I kind of just wanted to give you guys like another little quick demo. So here's my city. I just wanted to show you guys some cool stuff you can do really quickly to, give this much more sense of scale. So one thing you can do is under the shading tab, you can turn on the hardware fog. You can see my city's there's just an empty void in the back there, right? So one thing you can do is turn on hardware fog, and that kind of gives you this sense of depth instantly. And the controls for the hardware fog are under the renderer Viewport 2.0. It's if you have transparency sorting, you can change the depth peeling and stuff. So that does change some things. You can have some more transparent shadows, or actually transparent shadows. You can do all sorts of little things in there. But there's also this hardware fog. So this one you can change where the start and the end is. So this is really cool if you want to so if you have like 30,000, you can see I've got my fog just between over there because it's where does this start in the distance between the camera and the end. You can always treat this also as like a way to mess with your depth of field. But let me set that back to 0. There's a color, an endpoint, and then an overall alpha. So you can actually play with the alpha a little bit, so everything isn't perfectly always there. I play with this color a little. I use something like this, 15.1.5. I think it looks pretty good. But yeah, it's a pretty quick little demo, and you can always change this to like an exponential. But you'll see the exponential is very, very strong. So you might have to make like 0.001, 0.0025, 0.00025. Like you can see it's barely getting it. I'm just getting the hint of this building. 0.00025, 0.00025, 0.0008. Yeah. The exponential is more realistic, or exponential squared is more realistic, but it is also, it's very, very finicky to get this density number correct. So sometimes I just stick to linear because I know my distances. Wireframe. You can also increase your anti-aliasing in here. This is your ambient occlusion, your screen space ambient occlusion. So you have this guy in here. You can always adjust this to be more or less. You don't really need it, but sometimes, sometimes people really like having their viewport look super, super good. You can change the sample and the amount. It's always nice to put in there, but yeah, you don't really need it. It just adds a little bit of something. Lighting, texturing, wireframe. If you want the wireframe, I don't really touch it. But yeah, it's quick little Viewport 2.0 demo. When you guys work, when you play Blast, ideally I would like you guys to just turn everything off except for what we're going to see. So we're going to see polygons, we're going to see particles or fluids, plug-in shapes. So Bifrost, I believe, is a plug-in shape. So have a look at like these kind of things. So end particles. And yeah, that's pretty quick demo on some good Viewport 2.0 tips. So this guy, again, just if you wanted to find out, it's under renderer Viewport 2. You hit this options box and it'll pop it up. Under shading, make sure hardware fog is turned on. But yeah, that's pretty quick Viewport 2.0 demo. Cheers.